Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So we're going to continue on the 5-year celebration of the release of the original Evercade handheld. But unfortunately it's not really going to be much of a celebration in this video because I'm going to be highlighting 5 lowlights from the past 5 years. Probably 5 things that really were not great for Evercade. So if you are from Blaze right now, you may want to switch off right now. So without doubt, Blaze's darkest hour, and obviously this wasn't their fault, it was the theft or the robbery of the Evercade EXP limited editions, and that affected customers from the rest of the world, UK and US. EU customers were unaffected, but this was an absolute disaster. It could probably easily have put Blaze completely out of business, and this was obviously leading up to the Christmas 2022, and it put the sort of release date of these back about 3 or 4 months until they got the new EXPs remanufactured. Total disaster. It did give them some chance to fix some of the issues with the EXP right enough, because there was quite a few issues with the EXP which we'll highlight later in the video, but this was definitely Blaze's darkest hour. So something we've seen from the very beginning is stock issues, cart delays, and probably Amazon more recently being an absolute nightmare for pre-orders. We've seen cart delays from the very beginning. We see them constantly. Even recently we've seen the delay of the SNK cart as well, which is obviously not ideal, but it happens all the time and it does cause a lot of frustration out there for us guys that just want to play the games. But it does continue happening. We've got VS delays, cart delays. We remember we had the EXPR was delayed for a few months and then it was delayed again, which was an absolute nightmare. Well, they made some sort of fixes. Stock issues constantly. Trying to get the carts from last year, like to a Plan 3, has been problematic for some, and we've had some stock issues going forward from various different sources. Hopefully that will rectify itself with the new distribution that Blaze have got in place. Hopefully we'll see some improvements. Amazon, for pre-orders, just forget it. Just don't even try. If they have stock, fair enough. Some of their pricing is all over the place, but just don't even think about trying to pre-order and expect your cart on sort of launch day. Recently, they have been an absolute nightmare to use. So sadly, this is something that's probably affected pretty much everyone that's been on board with Evercade, and that's cart fails. I've had a few over the last 5 years, and the two I put videos out about were Indie Heroes Collection 3 and Team 17 Collection 1 that just stopped working on all my Evercade devices. Absolute nightmare for anyone, and I'm not entirely sure why it happens. It could be taking the cart out while the game's saving, or it could be swapping the carts between multiple devices, which obviously I've got the Super Pockets, the VS, the EXPs, the original handheld. Perhaps swapping them between all of these creates some sort of issue. Taking the cart out whilst it's still on, I'm not entirely sure what the problem is and what caused the cart to fail. I'm not entirely sure Blaze know either. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. All I know is it does happen. I've seen plenty of posts out there on social media land of people complaining about cart fails, and it does keep happening. Hopefully this will be minimised going forward. I haven't really had a cart fail for some time, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen as much going forward. I just know it's been definitely a bugbear for the last 5 years. So the next thing I'm going to moan about is Evercade EXP. The original EXP was an absolute fail. For me, it had so many things wrong with it that it's almost laughable looking back at it now. The design is really nice, certainly nailed that. It has a nice screen, but there's so many things wrong with it. It had overheating issues. You could fry an egg on the back of that. It had a lot of light bleed, which was just absolutely ridiculous. And you can see in the video here, it's just laughably bad. It should never be this bad. How this passed testing, I will never know. Now the EXPR that was released now is generally okay apart from sound, but even looking at it then, playing in Tate mode, it was quite sore in the hands. The battery life was shockingly bad. Tight fitting carts right from launch. Why was this not tested? I do not know. They made a lot of fails. This one was bad. So finally for me, and always a bugbear, is poor game choices. Now this is obviously just my opinion. I think sometimes Blaze have made some shockingly bad game decisions to include on their carts, and some of these games that I've played through have been an absolute slog. Bad Street Brawler, shockingly bad. And who could forget Beast Wrestler? So good it's bad, or so bad it's good, I'm not entirely sure. At that time, I couldn't believe how bad this game was. Although laughably, it's probably not the worst game on Evercade anymore. There's been a few that have probably overtook that since. But at the end of the day, this is a personal opinion. You might actually enjoy these games, and that is absolutely fine. Some of the games I might like, you probably won't, and vice versa. So it's absolutely fine. But I think definitely without a doubt, Blaze have made some poor game decisions and choices, and we've had some absolute shockers over the last 5 years. Now gladly we have had some great games as well, so it does tend to balance out, but we've no doubt had some absolute stinky games. So guys, let me know what your lowlights have been from the past 5 years, and again, apologies to Blaze, there have been a lot of highlights, but we can't ignore the lowlights as well. Thanks for watching, bye for now.